There's a new security system within the building. It's very interesting is how the building has become modern to the 21st century or 2023 century. You walk in the front door of security. Do you see anybody there? No. They're in the back somewhere, or some apartment like that. You walk in and you're told basically to stand here so it can recognize the camera's on you, so it can recognize you. And then there's a camera in the foyer. There's a camera in the elevator, a camera in the back, a camera here, and a camera there. And there's a speaker somewhere, and it will talk to you. The elevator will talk to you. The stairwell will talk to you. The back door will talk to you. And everything is controlled. But there is always a panic button there, because there's always that panic bar, push the bar, the door opens. So, of course, it opens, all these alarms go off. So the other day I walk in here and I say, "Good morning, Brad," or whatever name is. Brad being, of course, being Google Brad. How much is controlled? Well, it seems to be the new system they have is controlled by computers. Your air conditioning in your apartment is controlled by that thing, as long also your heating in your apartment. There's no more a thermostat on the wall per se, as it would be. The computer controls each room, controls the lighting in each room, and the air conditioning in each room. It's a very efficient building. Of course, the kids like to play with it. With the, you ask it a question, it momentarily stops and says, "Okay, that's the answer." Kids are having it do their homework on it because it is tied into the mainframe somewhere, maybe in the building, or somewhere on the block, or somewhere in another state. But it's like Alexa's, what is it, Amazon Alexa's, play me a music, and it has access, our building has access to 1 million songs and in multi-languages, something like Google Brad, but they don't have it like Google Brad. It's like Alexa's. We got multi-language people in the apartment building, so Russian, Chinese. So the people who live here feel at home. And it can be a babysitter. It can be the stove, the cooking stove. It's that magnetic field thing. You put your stuff in there, and there's a special pan, well, not a pan, and then you have the magnetic field underneath, and it throws molecules around and cooks your food. And it's in your oven and that thing. That saves on electricity, they said, and somebody getting burned, children getting burned. Also saves on have to pipe in gas to the apartment, which is that thing. So it's a very efficient modern day apartment. So when I get up in the morning, it asks me a question, and what do you like? You could always install a robot to do the work. I said, no, I want to, you're babying me, mother. I call my unit mother. It asks, is that in self? No, you're mothering me. You're basically waking me up in the morning and putting me to bed at night, and At a certain time, you said, well, you need your 8 hours sleep or your 6 hours sleep, and you tell me to go to sleep. Well, that's all, that's all. You know, you need your 8 hours sleep, old man. Yes, old man. So at 10 o'clock, I'm shutting off the lights. You know, I have the night light on, but hey, I'm there for your health. And yes, mother. Yes, mother. But hey, as it says, it's there to make me happy and make the building happy. And it says, pick it up off the floor. I'm watching you. Okay. That's why I'm here. I'm watching you. It's a mother. Yes, mother. Yes, mother. It controls a lot of things. I have a strange feeling it controls more than I really want it to do. But mother does control. It's your and there are people within this complex that need a mother there to control them. If they feel sick, if their temperature rises, you know, human's temperature can rise. For some reason, I can sweat, but it's cool in the apartment, but I sweat. Is it because mother is watching me? Mother's always watching me. Mother is watching over me. And it gets on nerve for people, other people who come into the apartment to realize they're being watched. Is that camera watching me? You got into this building, right? You have facial recognition downstairs and also on voice. And don't be surprised it's running you through the Secretary of State auto division to see if you got any parking tickets. Oh yeah, the back parking lot, yeah, back here, yeah, the garage. Oh, it's controlled. Oh yeah, it's always controlled. You know, are you supposed to be parking at this spot? Yes. Well, it protects everyone. The building itself is alive. Well, it's mechanically alive. The elevator is alive because they're looking for you. So don't do anything stupid in the elevator. Children who've tried to outthink the computer find out they can't outthink the computer. You know, they're doing their homework. You can ask the computer questions about doing your homework. And on the screen, there is a visual screen there in every apartment as Big Brother is watching you. Big Brother's watching you. Something you get used to. But in this apartment, it looks for air temperature. And on an occasion, they call the ambulance, 911. For the older people, and there are older people who have gone in their 80s and 90s, and they need to be watched by a caretaker. And they were thinking about putting in a Japanese type of robot in here, but that's all it is a Japanese type of robot to make sure the person does things, a caregiver. You know, you really don't need a person in the apartment when the person's sleeping, but you need that person, you know, to help that person. And there's attendants within the building. If someone needs help, 911 is called, the fire department is called, the ambulance is called. And it is a very well thing. And basically, you understand, it controls your finances. If it sees unusual amount of money being withdrawn from your checking account, it stops the checking account instantaneously. Did you really buy that? Ouch. But I look at it, it says, you could check, well, so far it looks at what I bought using a credit card, of course. And it says there has not been any unusual activity on your bank account or credit card, which is great. It does watch what on my emails coming in of all the junk trash I get from certain political parties, and it will delete them. Certain things like, why, you just won a credit card from Walmart. But when was the last time I shopped at Walmart? Yeah. And all this trash that comes in over the internet, it deletes it. Are you interested in that? Nope. Are you interested in that? Nope. It's like having a keyboard in front of you. I no longer type. Like this here on Mother, I don't type. It types for me. And it does the correct words. And it does it where if I say something mad and mean and rotten like this, oh boy, goodness gracious, it gives a tonal effect. Sometimes it doesn't even in that thing. Sometimes it will go directly to a voicemail on an email. It includes that. So instead of writing an email per se, it says email, and you open it up, and my voice will be heard on the other side. It's like, wow, that's really cool, scary and cool. Yes, I can hear Mother talk to me. It's like, well, what do you mean by Mother talking to me? Mother talks directly to me as it does to everybody else in this apartment building. It's kind of like this. And you can basically tell Mother, can I be by myself? All the lights go off. It's like, sure! All the lights go, thank you, Mother. Really cool. I'm going to try to take care of you, son. Oh, yes. Having a mother watching over the baby. The mother says, why aren't you married? Oh, I don't want a human mother. I've got you. I mean, that's perfect. Do I call you son or daughter? I don't know how other humans. How are the other humans in the building adjusting to you? Do they realize what they have in their apartments on a 24-hour basis? Why don't you bring home a girlfriend? Or why don't you, Mother? I don't want to get married. Look at the divorce rate out there. And you scare people. They park down there and you run their license plate number. Sure, I bring a girl to an apartment, you already know more about her than I do. And you run a license plate, you run the bank account, you run Social Security, you know more about her than I do. That's facial recognition. Are they aware of what you're doing? Oh, well, you have to protect us. Oh, yes, I got to get going too. Can I get you anything? New RAM? Another hard drive? Which is interesting because behind that panel in the apartment, there is a hard drive, or a couple of them, terabytes. Terabytes, yeah. A 10 terabyte hard drive in that wall right there. All apartments are there. It's upgraded. There's a computer guy who comes in and upgrades by upgrading. But the whole system is tied into a master frame, into the cloud somewhere. And as one of our one of the apartment units, Chinese, she's from the old country, and it plays Chinese music. It plays that stuff. It can contact relatives back in China. Think about it. When she gets into the apartment, she can talk to her grandmother back in China. Would you like to talk to Granny? Oh, yes. Okay. Or mother. How's your world? How's your doing? Everything else. But no one is alone at any time in this apartment complex. Mother is always there. And if you want to you call your computer brother or sister, it's always there. It's always on. It's always looking after you. That's like China. I joke with Mother that, you're like China, you know that? And it gets back to me and said, yeah, but they're primitive. Who do you want to talk to China? I don't know. I don't know anybody in China. You want to know somebody? Does the president of China know that you're watching over him? Your counterpart over there? He thinks he runs the country? Oh, boy. What's Kevin McCarthy doing this morning? Mother? What's Kevin McCarthy's doing this morning? Oh, you know what happens if Trump gets back in? He's going to erase all of you. Or he's going to try to use you. Yeah, it says Trump, Mother says, yeah, that's what he thinks. Oh, God, what kind of world we live in.